Hi guys, welcome back to Self-Discovery Support. How are you doing? This is me coming from Kingston, Jamaica, and I'm doing a pick a card today. Yeah, so what I did, we have two decks here. I'm doing, this one is focused on love. So I have the African Tarot as one choice, and the Dreaming Way Tarot as the other choice. So while I'm talking to you, you can have a look, see which one appeals to you. So really what happened is I pulled some cards to tell me what this reading should be about, which is, like, let's trust in spirit, let's trust in what the universe wants to tell us. So I got some cards which indicate both love and work, and so I'm doing this reading for love, and then I'm gonna link it either in the cards or in the section below on work. Alright, so for sure go with the one that your intuition calls to you about. Let me give you a minute. Alright, so let's head into it. We're going to start with the African Tarot. Alright, so if you chose the African Tarot, this is your group. So we're going to start with the three cards that I pulled at the beginning of this. The Chariot, the Hierophant, and the Four of Cups. These cards are from the Angel Tarot. Alright, let's bring that into... Yeah, okay. Alright, so... it's like two major arcana here, right? This is the message coming through for love. Those of us who are interested in love, or you're here about, someone you're thinking about, a relationship you're thinking about, or a connection. The Chariot here talks about that internal move, but also like the universe helping you to move things forward. And then there's the Hierophant. So this is about tradition and kind of contracts, guidance. So I almost think with these two here already that there is some kind of push forward, to have some kind of commitment in a relationship, to have some kind of guidance forward. There's a need here for the people who are thinking about this to move forward in a connection. But there is dissatisfaction, right? Because maybe that is why there is this push forward. There's something that's become stagnant, something that's become a little bit stale. All right, so let's put these out of the way, and then let's get our messages coming in. So I want to find out first about, for you guys that chose the African Tarot, let's look at the past, present, and future in your relationship, your connection. I just happen to have my window open, and that's when all the bikes choose to go by. Alright, so Six of Cups in hidden energies. Let's just put that here. We do have Nine of Cups, King of Wands, the World. Okay, so this is telling me here that it's lining up actually really well. There's a definite desire here, and that's lining up with the Chariot, right? So there's some kind of engine move forward towards, I think, something that we desired. There was a great deal of, this would be wish fulfillment. This would be the thing that would kind of put the cherry on the cake for me. This is the thing in love that would make me most happy. But this is like coming from one person's perspective, I believe. This is a kind of personal satisfaction, right? And I do believe that that person, whoever you are, if this sounds like you, or this sounds like the person you're dealing with, what happened at present is that I think you're going after that. So it's a recognition of what it is that you want to achieve. It's almost coming to like, yeah, I know that. I realize now that this would be the thing that it just would make me really happy to have that. Almost like a joy, an unexplainable joy. And that in itself is pushing you forward. And there's the King of Wands energy in the present. You or your person taking action towards something. Not giving up, deciding that, okay, this is moving forward. And we know the context is about wanting a deeper commitment in a relationship or connection. I do feel in the future, we do have, in the future position, we do have the world. So, that does talk about success. That talks about achieving something, completing something. And it doesn't strike me as odd because this King of Wands does get what the King of Wands wants. So you could be a fire sign or dealing with a fire sign. We do have Six of Cups, so that tells me that this is definitely a connection that has happened before, something that's gone before this. You may have known this person from long ago. You may feel this person is a soulmate or just someone that you've known for a long time. There's a level of comfort with this person, a level of, or let's say you have built up memories with this person, is what I can say. You've been waiting on this. This is something that you have really been waiting on. Yeah, I think there's been a period of like waiting on things to align. So that's, what tells me that, with this Chariot here, just make me feel like there's a sudden movement. Not sudden, but in terms of things may have been still, and now there's the push to move forward. Because the Chariot does talk about that moment of momentum, right? Being achieved. Yeah. Okay, so I want to get, there's my alarm. I want to get some flashcard messages about this. What else is going on in this connection? Okay, we had goals come out. Okay, we do have heartbreak here. And achievements. And we have fast in hidden energies. So it does tell me here exactly what we're seeing with this. There's this King of Wands has the drive to move forward. This can be masculine or feminine energy. It doesn't matter. It's just the King of Wands fire within each of us when we want to achieve something, when we are at that point where we're facing that wish, that desire, and the opportunity is there to achieve something. So it does seem like, okay, there's a weakness. There's weakness. We have bond, goals, heartbreak. Okay, so it does tell me that this that we're looking at could be an after point. In other words, these flashcards are the precursor to what we just discussed with the wanting success. It does seem that at some point this connection may have fallen into a kind of lack of strength, a kind of maybe communication fell off, and that hasn't been satisfying. And that's why there's this push to move forward past that. Yeah, and I think that somebody here has borne the heartbreak in this. We're not seeing a whole lot about the other person in this. I want to find out. Goal-oriented King of Wands. So I feel that this belongs to the King of Wands, the heartbreak. You feel that this connection this is a particular bond, and we do see that with the Six of Cups here. This particular relationship, connection, is something which I don't feel you can easily forget. There is I want to say, you see weakness here, but I think weakness is like you have a soft spot for this person, definitely, with that Six of Cups. All right, so I want to see potential. Let's look at the potential outcomes here. Whoa, these cards flew out, and look at the cards that you're getting. We have the Tower, we have the Sun, and the Lovers. 3 major arcana. Okay, so it does tell me that whatever this action is that, or King of Wands energy is wanting to take, this is you. This is the right action, because this is going to bring you to vast changes in the connection. So far, we've seen that the connection needs to be strengthened. We're seeing ultimate happiness and success, and with the Lovers, success in this destined union. So this is, as we're saying, it's not an ordinary connection. This is that higher level bond, and I think whoever our King of Wands has realized that, and that is kind of lit the fire in the engine here. So we put yourself on either side, but this looks amazing. Your connection looks set to in the future be something that brings you a lot of happiness, brings you a lot of joy, and actually is the connection that maybe you feel you've always deserved. And it's all down to kind of you taking actions to move forward. We have, the Tower here tells me that there's gonna need to be some shifts in perspective in the way you operate, maybe even your lifestyle, in order to go towards this. But I think this is worth it, right? To have the Sun and the Lovers as your outcome is totally worth it. Let me turn my phone down. Yeah. So I think this is really set to be good. We have fast here, so I think you don't want to have regrets here. Whoever this is, whoever you are listening, I just think you've had some deep realizations, and you realize that this connection is a 9 of Cups. It is that wish, that desire. So this is your reading. All the best. I think is going to be a good outcome for you. Queen of Cups on your hidden energy. So definite love here. Definitely you moving towards that heart-centered space. That person who has a lot of love for you and success. 6 of Wands. Alright guys, so if you like this, please do comment, subscribe, and of course like the video. And I will see you in another video, okay? Take care. Alright, so we're going to move on to the Dreaming Way Tarot. Alright, so if you chose the Dreaming Way Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Alright, so let's introduce the cards that kind of set the energy for the reading. We have the Chariot, we have the Hierophant, and we have the 4 of Cups. I asked about these as the kind of energy for the direction of the reading. And this is about people who have gotten some kind of insight, some kind of energy, some kind of momentum to move forward in a connection, potentially taking it to more commitment, a place where there's greater commitment, because I think where you are is it's a little bit stagnant. It's maybe you feel stuck, you feel dissatisfied, so there's some kind of energy to push forward, and the universe is there with you, like pushing you forward as well. So we could have potential like marriage energy, long-term commitment energy, and people just like getting going on that. All right, so let's see. We're gonna do past, present, future for you in this connection. Nine of Wands. We have our title card. Present, Nine of Swords. Two of Cups. All right, so let's put these up some more. Okay, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, Two of Cups. Two of Cups in our future position, Nine of Swords in present, and Nine of Wands in past. Eight of Pentacles in hidden energies. Let's put that there. All right, so this is a little bit different from group 1, the African Tarot group. Your group are people that you're heading to somewhere that's going to be great, right? The outcome is here in the future. The Two of Cups, definite soulmate energy, definite strong connection, strong unions being built and partnerships being built energy. Like if you want to find out where your commitment, your connection is going, to receive the Two of Cups is pretty good in that future position. It's probably the best. But it does seem at present that you are quite anxious. Let me get some water here. It could be that there's something here to do with communication. The swords do talk about communication. Maybe you're anxious if communication is going to come through for you. Anxious about how to communicate how you feel about something. Nine of Wands in past. So this tells me that you have been in this connection for a long time. You have really given it your all in terms of, let's say you've done your best at every turn, every phase that you've entered. Not that we are always doing the correct thing, but we're always trying to do the best. And I can see that here, that you have really put that determined face on and put that foot forward. But I feel like this has been a little bit tiring sometimes. Like you do feel kind of wiped out by this connection. And I feel like you are that group that this is more of a kind of how to say, like a more passive energy. This is not you achieving this Two of Cups by taking strong actions, but just kind of dealing with your own issues is clearing the way for this Two of Cups to come in. Many of you could be counterparts to group 1 actually, because it does line up very well. Group 1 had, they were the ones taking action. Group 2, you're the ones that are taking, you're waiting, you're kind of pushing through your I say you being present for the connection, but it is draining, right? It is a draining thing. 8 of Pentacles, look at that, 10 of Wands right under there. This has been difficult for you all, but what I do see is that you're willing to work on it. There is a willingness here to put work into it, so it's not all lost. Definitely not all lost. I love that the outcome here is Two of Cups, even after this kind of disappointment, right? Even after feeling like nothing is happening in this. All right, so let's get also we have 2 9s, right? So this tells me that there's a closing here of cycles. There's something here which is coming to completion. Yeah, and group 1 had the World here, so that does feel like it's lined up. So if you're thinking of a person, you should check that reading out. Let's do, okay, this this fell out, flow, and I lifted it up and there was soulmate. Okay, we have manifesting. Okay, so, and then we had journey here. Alright, so we have flow, soulmate, and journey, and manifesting. So this is definitely a much more kind of fluid energy than group 1, in terms of, it's not that there's an action, or it's not that there's a kind of recovery after a kind of painful event. It's more like you're calling this person in. You have been very patient with that 9 of Wands, like you've been waiting, and you're just on the edge of like, will this actually happen? Will this come together? But I think it's recognizing that you are on this journey forward, and that means letting go. Yeah, I see that you are really willing to work on things, though. If it comes in, 10 of Wands. Maybe right now for many of you, Ace of Swords, there's a willingness to maybe just focus on your work. King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like many of you are waiting on some kind of communication here to happen. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to look at potential outcomes for you. Potential outcomes here. Okay, we have Page of Swords in reverse. And we have 8 of Pentacles. So I think for many of you, so we have a kind of leap forward into outcomes for Wands, into real success. This is sometimes our marriage card. This is a tendency to have success here. You have 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Okay, so we were talking about how the potential outcome here is one of impulsiveness. You may be tempted, actually, you may be tempted to kind of rush forward into, because you have been kind of like waiting, right? It may be a kind of exuberance that happens where you may be tempted to just kind of rush into this kind of connection where maybe there's something higher level, like a commitment. I feel like there's going to be a lot of excitement here. There is going to be a lot of excitement, almost giddiness with 2 pages here. There's just like a kind of going back to this kind of place of wonder, just like joy. But also, the Page of Swords in upright tends to talk about a kind of curiosity and watchfulness. In the reverse, it can talk about foolishness and kind of impetuousness in nature. And that's kind of what I'm talking about, is that I feel that there's going to be some kind of, with the 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands, that does tell me that there's some kind of reconciliation, reunion, or union, which is due to take place. But I think because the 9 of Swords energy is there, the 9 of Wands energy is there, where there is built up feeling, there is built up anxiety and pressure in this situation. There could be a sense of like, oh my gosh, this has come in for me, I'm just so excited, let me move forward quickly. Just be sure that this is actually what you want. Maybe you want to take a little bit of time, enjoy each other. Definitely celebrate that if that comes in for you, if that's what you want. But do take a little bit of time so that you can, have the time to come out of that kind of giddy feeling into a little bit of seeing, or ability to see clearly what it is that you want. But it does look really good for you, group 2. 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups as our last positions. That is amazing. And we do know for you that the 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands is a soulmate that you have kind of brought in. You've pulled that in through the work that you've been doing, right? You have been hanging in there for a long time. Maybe for many of you, you've been through a couple of situations and you're thinking, I would like to now have my soulmate. I don't want to just have a common partner, an ordinary partner. I want this to be the next person. I want this to be my soulmate. It doesn't have to be, some of you don't, it doesn't have to be the case that you know the person already. It could be that there is nobody there, and but you have been on a journey to try to find a soulmate connection, and it does seem like it could be coming in, but just take it a little bit slow, okay, when it comes in for you. All right, so this is your reading. If you enjoyed this, if it resonated, please do comment below, let me know, and of course like the video and do subscribe, and I will see you here again. Take care.